and at the same time, he was the Celtics owner, Walter Brown. So that's a major conflict of interest. Would you say so?
In this day and age, yes. Back then, you got to understand it was a different time and things were a lot different. You got to look at things that people don't even look at the right way. Like, why would you handicap a guy like Kareem and not allow him to slam the ball and dunk it when it was easy for him? So he had to
But
develop a shot.
if I told you there was the owner of the Celtics is also the guy who founded the NBA and was running like the NBA, and his family was running the NBA, would that not be collusion with yourself?
100%.
All right, and then on top, yeah. So, but
I'm not
hey,
going to lie and say, no, I can't. I don't have a case against it. I really don't. It's facts.
yeah, he controlled the rules and how things went, and he even made a trade. So how do you explain that you weren't even the worst team in the NBA? It was 8 teams, and you were more like the 5th or 6th, I think, like the worst team in the NBA. So you was probably supposed to go 3rd to last. Like you ended up getting the number 1 overall pick in the draft. You drafted Tommy Heinsohn. You were not the worst team in the league. They didn't have a lottery at that time.
Nope.
So then on top of that, you not only did you get the first number 1 pick, 1956, you got 2 top 3 picks in that draft. Two. And the third one was Bill Russell. How did you get Bill Russell on your team? 2, you got Tommy Heinsohn number 1, and 2 picks later you got Bill Russell. And they admitted that these owners, like him, he owned a hockey team. If I'm not mistaken, he owned a hockey team, and they did a trade in hockey. Say, okay, you did give me this trade right here for this player in hockey. I give you Bill Russell, or I give you this player, Larry Bird. I don't know if I got it mixed up. It was Bird or I think it was Russell that year. It was Russell, right? So like, you making trades in other sports and it's affecting basketball. So, oh my goodness, bro. So I'm not to take away from Bill Russell and his championships, but when you go back and study it, because there's not a lot of film on it, so you have to rely on a lot of analytics. You would see the reason why a lot of those games, you know what I'm saying, Wilt Chamberlain and his squad, some other teams or whatever, they didn't make free throws a lot of times when they lost, and they got to the line more than Boston did, but on the other end, Boston took care of the rebounds in the game, so the referees can't help you with that. So they won it fair and square, but as far as getting the players, that was the advantage right there. That was the advantage, and keeping them locked in. They couldn't move. They couldn't leave to go to another team. There was no freedom of movement.